Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to the OR News broadcast. I'm Daniel Cook, your host for the English edition, which we host each weekday at 6 p.m. In today's news, the German Ministry of Internal Affairs has publicized data about the number of asylum seekers coming from Albania this year. According to the data, Albania is third on the list of source countries for asylum seekers after Syria and Kosovo. Germany has revealed that in March of 2015, there were 3,020 Albanians who requested asylum in Germany. In January, there were 1,648, and in February, there were 1,794 Albanians looking for asylum. The data reveals that the number of asylum seekers from Albania has doubled since January. Albania is taking action against this problem, and during the month of March, the Albanian authorities restricted 750 citizens from traveling to the Schengen area because they failed to provide the documentation required. The state police informed us that they have increased the checks and measures at the border points in order to make sure that Albanians are traveling legally. More than 200 asylum seekers, most of whom were Albanian, were expelled from France today. They had been staying in a military building in Lyon since 2013, and there were 80 children among them. A French newspaper reports that asylum was denied to these people and that they were ordered to leave France. According to another source, the Albanian and Kosovar refugees had been staying in Lyon for many years. Prior to that, the source claims, they lived under a bridge in a camp of 500 people. The order to expel the Albanians was given just before France was to review its law on asylum. They hope to strengthen the restrictions on applicants and to reduce the number of applications. The Democratic Party has announced that they will be submitting a request to the Venice Commission asking for help in the process of decriminalization. The head of the Commission for Decriminalization, Arbri Road, announced this news today. He said that Rama and Meta do not have the will to carry out this project. According to him, they are hampering the process intentionally because they do not want the initiative to succeed before the elections. The Socialist Party has already reacted to these claims. The vice chairman of the Socialist Group, who is also a member of the Commission for Decriminalization, says that Bulukbashi himself was the one who requested that today's meeting be postponed. He said, "The majority has taken decriminalization seriously, and we have even prepared a document for this process. We would have presented the document at today's meeting, which was supposed to be held at 3 o'clock, but the meeting was postponed at the request of the Democratic Party. Bulukbashi requested the postponement himself, and now he accuses the majority of not wanting to get the process done," he said. A conference was held today to discuss the involvement of women in politics and the difficulties that they encounter. The OSCE ambassador, Florian Raunig, feels that Albania has made significant progress when it comes to gender quotas, but there is much still to be done. He said, "A substantial representation of women in decision-making is essential for any country that wants to reach its full potential. Albania has made remarkable progress, increasing the number of women in government to 30%. However, there are still challenges ahead, as women make up only about 12% of the local councils and only 1% of the mayors. The recently approved amendments to the Electoral Code set a 50% gender quota for local councillors in each party. If the list of candidates fails to meet this requirement, it will be rejected." One of the purposes of the meeting today was to discuss a book entitled The Empowerment of Women in Politics. The book contains interviews with women from across the political spectrum who have made careers in Albanian public and political life. The bishops of the Catholic Church have given a message to the political realm about the upcoming local elections on June 21st. In their statement, they call the political parties to exclude people with criminal records from running for the local government positions. The statement reads, "The elections are an important moment for the democratic development of our country. We are aware of the fact that there is progress in the holding of elections based on democratic standards. We want to remind the politicians not to withdraw from their commitment to decriminalize politics in general. The bishops appealed to all the political parties to be careful and fair in these elections. The Democratic Party has responded to the statement, saying that the Catholic bishops are giving voice to the biggest problems of the country. In today's Economic Commission, the members discussed an agreement between the Albanian government and a Chinese company concerning the Arbri Road. The opposition MPs rejected a request by the majority to give the road as a concession to a Chinese company because, according to them, there has been no transparency in this process. One of the Democratic MPs claimed that the project will increase the expenses for the public and that it has not been done in a transparent manner. The head of the Economic Commission replied to him, saying that projects like this were undertaken by the previous government as well. The Minister of Transport said that the procedure for this road is going to be different than those of the past. He proposed an accelerated process, as according to him, these road projects tend to take far too long. The Minister of Finance expressed the belief that the road will bring economic development to Albania. Prime Minister Edi Rama is currently on an official visit to the United Arab Emirates. He is hoping to encourage investments in Albania in the areas of tourism, agriculture, and industry. Accompanied by his wife and some of his cabinet, Mr. Rama was received earlier today by the dignitaries of the United Arab Emirates. He spoke to them about the opportunities that Albania has to offer. "We are very interested in further developing relations in numerous fields," he said, including energy and water resources. "It is important to us to explore the opportunities for cooperation in the sector of drinking water, in which Albania is very well supplied. We are also very interested in attracting foreign investment in tourism. In the coming weeks, we will pass a new law on foreign investments, which will greatly facilitate foreign investors in the Albanian market. I think that agriculture is also an area to be explored. Our country has great potential in agriculture, and we would like to see more potential investors in this area," Prime Minister Rama said. Thank you for choosing Aura News for your source for English updates. We hope to see you again tomorrow at the same time for more translated news in English. Thanks, and have a great night.